I'm in a makeup mood. Let's do a full face of Affordable Beauty. How many primer in my office? I don't care. We're gonna start with the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer. This is in the shade Jelly Opal Glow. Apparently this came out a year ago and nobody really knew about it. I saw a bunch of influencers talking about it, saying that it was new. I went to look it up and it was definitely not new. People were posting about it last year. I think they just put it on TikTok Shop. I don't even know if the lighter color is on TikTok Shop. I think the darker color is though. I would say that is quite illuminizing. That is very pretty on the skin. For my foundation, I'm going to mix the Simply Ageless Skin Perfector Essence from CoverGirl with their new Sun and Sculpt True Blend Bronzer. This is in shade Very Light. I believe this is also in shade 10. This one is in Fair. For some reason, this shows up very light on camera. It's not that light in person. I'm just gonna mix the two to give it a little bit of dimension. What I really like about this Sun and Sculpt is that it has a pump and you can pull out the wand if you want to apply it directly to your face, which I probably will do. I'm just going to do about that much. They're both very runny. They are both serum based. I'm just going to use the same little kabuki brush. If you buy the Skin Perfector Essence on TikTok Shop, it comes with, or you can get it in a bundle with the kabuki brush, which I do really like. This is still coming out very light, but it does match my neck. I'm just a pale, pasty person, okay? I don't leave my house other than to go to work. This is very glowy. Definitely gonna be adding more of that bronzer. I love that it's multi-use. I got my base on. Now I'm going back in with the Sun and Sculpt. I'm going to put a lot on because I'm pasty. I'm just gonna do a little bit down my nose. I like to use cream and liquid products on my forehead and on my cheeks because that is where I am extremely dry. Usually my foundation will get cakey and you can see it up here. That's no fault of the foundation. That's literally every foundation I've ever tried ever. In my late 30s, something's going on with my skin that I can't quite put my finger on. You see the difference? It does actually really help to use cream products in your problem areas because it kind of disguises it, especially when your problem area is right where everybody sees. Lucky me. This is the M242 from the Morphe Buttery Blends collection. I really love this for cream products. Don't usually put bronzer in other places on my face. I'm just gonna put a little bit here. We're gonna pretend like I don't have a quadruple, triple sow cow chin today. This is such a light blendable formula. It just melts right in. Also, please ignore that I cut myself because I'm a moron. I don't have any other liquid blush on my vanity right now. I'm actually just in my office. So I'm gonna go in with a CoverGirl Clean Fresh Jelly Water Tint. This is in the shade Watermelon Splash. I think it will go really nice with the Please Please Pink in their Skin Enhancer Baked line. These are very pigmented. I'm afraid to even put that directly on my face. I'm actually just going to put some on my hand because if I remember correctly, the last time I did this, it is extremely pigmented. That was the world's tiniest amount on there. If you kind of work it into the brush first before you put it on your face, it's a little bit easier to manipulate. Just want to make sure my cheeks are even. Can't have uneven cheeks. My only gripe with this is when you put it on the face, it smells like whatever fruit smell. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my forehead because I'm a naturally pink person. This is where the sun hits me as a naturally pink person, where my redness usually resides. To keep it looking a little bit more natural and me, that's what I'm doing. And that was the Morphe M204 Cream and Liquid Blush Brush. Now with my M244, I'm going in with powder bronzer. I'm using the CoverGirl Skin Enhancer. This is the shade Honey Bun. Also very pigmented. I just put way too much there, but that's okay. I'll get rid of that. Sits so nicely on the skin. And this is also going to set all of those cream products as well. Honestly, you're going to notice I have texture. I'm almost 40. I'm 39 this year. Ugh. In a couple months. My skin, my body, my makeup doesn't lay the same way that it used to. I'm just trying to figure shit out the same as everyone else. And there's not a lot of influencers who do makeup at my age. I feel like everyone's either really young or a lot older, in their mid 50s, which is fine, and that's great. Sometimes you just want somebody who's like your age to follow for makeup tutorials. I love Shelby Ann. I love following a lot of influencers. A lot of them have like really nice skin. I don't have really nice skin anymore. That's why I'm doing this, so I can share my journey with you guys. Again, with the CoverGirl Skin Enhancer Luminous Baked line, this is the blush in Please Please Pink. I am using the Morphe 201 powder blush brush. I was right. That is such a beautiful combo. I will say I prefer kind of more of a dense blush brush. I think this is perfect for baked formulas because it lays it down on the skin without being too like much. You can get away with a little less. Again, forehead. I'm gonna take this across my cheek. I'm not going anywhere tonight. This is just makeup for me being at home doing nothing. I'm probably gonna film some videos. This is like my new routine. And I love that everything is pretty affordable. It could be better, CoverGirl. Could be better, not gonna lie. It's still a good deal, especially because this is probably gonna last you for the rest of your life. Now I'm taking shade 500 Sugar Cookie in the Skin Enhancer Luminous powder. This is the finishing powder. I'm not putting setting powder on. I don't care. I'm using the Morphe M163. There are a couple other options if you want to use for powder. I have a couple here. This is a really big one. This is just they're all labeled just powder. This is the M161. You can see it's a big fluffy brush. This one is a little bit more of a different shape. It's smaller and more of, this is rounded. This has an angle to it. This is the M162 powder brush. This would probably be good for a little bit more targeted areas. I kind of like this one for the finishing powder, just because I can get in a little bit tighter. Now, I've been seeing a lot of people saying that this oxidizes on them. I have not been having that be the case for me, honestly. You can't tell me that oxidized. Granted, I did put a lot of other stuff on underneath. Even here, it doesn't look like that to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong and I'm blind. It just doesn't seem that way to me. As a little tip, finishing powder melts together your makeup. It does not set your makeup. It does not make your makeup last longer. It just seamlessly blends all of the things you have underneath together. You can see the difference here. Here, you can kind of see the harsh lines here. Blush, bronzer, pretty harsh line here. It's just diffused and seamlessly melted together. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. You can already see that it's blending everything. I'm still waiting on the official diagnosis. My tests came back pretty alarmingly positive for PCOS, which I guess they just renamed. I joined the club and they changed the name of it. What is that? This is pissing me off. I'm not even 40 yet. Why do I have hair? I have to shave my chin every day. I'm not waxing. I refuse. This shit pisses me off. Why? Let's do the eyes. That's the base. I think it looks pretty good. We cute.